Hello, my name is Ella Clopton, and welcome to the second episode of Wildcat Media. We begin this episode of Wildcat Media with A Wish Come True. Emma Follis brings us a story of her friend Rachel Coleman and that magical musical day.
Today we are granting Emma's Make-A-Wish. Yay!
Rachel Coleman from Signing Time is important to me because she can relate to my family in a way that most people can't. Her program is joyful and upbeat, and it helps me center myself when I'm having a rough day.
I started making sign language videos 22 years ago. 22 years ago for my own deaf child, and I just saw them being more and more isolated, and I wondered if there was a way that I could make a difference. And I thought, well, maybe if I just teach the kids all around my kid sign language, if I could teach the hearing kids sign language, then maybe they would sign with my deaf kid.
Through all the ups and downs, Rachel has been a constant in my life. That's why I chose her for my Make-A-Wish. I also love that she uses her hands to communicate with sign language. I use my eyes to communicate with eye gaze.
Emma, I don't remember how old she was when she first started watching Rachel, but she was very, very small. And we've all just grown up with Rachel and Rachel's music and Rachel's signs and stories about her family. They've met on Zoom before, and Emma went to one of her concerts. So Rachel's just been a part of our family in lots of different ways over the years.
I had seen Rachel in concert a long time ago, and I definitely wanted to see her again, but I decided to take it one step further and perform one of my favorite songs with her.
When I get a wish and the wish is, I want to meet Rachel Coleman, I always say, that will never do. Rachel Coleman's really boring. You don't want to just meet Rachel Coleman, like, hi, shake hands, take some pictures, what? I'm like, let me do a concert, let's do something special. And for Emma's wish, when they said Emma wants to make a music video with Rachel Coleman, I was like, girl, that is a good wish. That is a really good wish.
Rachel flew all the way from Utah to grant my wish. It's easy to tell that she has a true passion for what she does, and that she always puts others before herself.
I have the best job in the whole wide world. This is my favorite. This is my favorite thing to do. It always seems like when things are tough in my own life, I'll get a call from Make-A-Wish, and it allows me to just set everything aside, book flights, get out of my own world, and make a difference for somebody else. So I never could have imagined that this is what I would be when I grow up, but it's pretty awesome being Rachel Coleman.
For Wildcat Media, I'm Emma Follis reporting.
Our next feature focuses on a group of Logan Rogersville students that do not speak English as their primary language. We join Kevin, Tim, and Edward as they take us inside an English as a second language classroom.
High school can be challenging for anyone, but imagine if you couldn't speak the English language. Inside the Logan Rogersville ESL, or English as a Second Language class, students who have trouble speaking English or can't speak the language at all get assistance with their schoolwork. This can be a challenging situation to everyone involved, including teachers.
Not knowing their language and being able to communicate with them on a way that more personal level, it's very, very difficult. A lot of times we have to use Google Translate to be able to communicate with one another. Sometimes there will be another student in the classroom that I can work with that knows their language, so we kind of tag team it. I also have Miss Claudia, that we work with, and she's great with working with the kids as well. We also use digital tools on phones where you can actually scan their reading and it translates for them, and so we have English and their home language at the same time.
I like that Rogersville is a little bit farther away from the city and that we get to have property.
Ну, тут природа похожа, как у мене
в родной стране. И тут люди хорошие, добрые, не знаю, пока что много плохих людей не видел. Все отзывчивые, добрые.
Он удобно расположен, здесь есть как небольшие магазины, заправки.
Even though there are tools to help them, the lack of language knowledge can still be a problem.
When I was going to kindergarten, I didn't know how to speak English, and because my parents speak in Russian, and I speak Russian at home, even until this day. Незнание языка.
Ну, первое — это незнание языка, а остальное — это другая система обучения.
The goal of the ESL class is to help the students learn the language and understand their schoolwork better, now and in the future.
Being able to help students in a more meaningful way, being able to have them feel success, and possibly having more teachers that can work with the ESL community.
For Wildcat Media, this is Kevin Caboose with Edward Maliman and Tim Bykoff reporting.
With our next piece, Jacob Foster shows us the process of how medications are sorted and administered to chemotherapy patients.
We get here first thing in the morning, we go to the board, look at what our assignment is today.
Every day starts with a group huddle. Tasks are given out, and they get to catch up with each other's lives. The order comes in. This is every medicine in excess that they will use today. The drugs are sorted, inventory is taken, and the drugs get put away. We move into the negative pressure hazardous room to store the rest away. While the order is being taken care of, we have one pharmacist driving the bus.
So we just start going through the orders as the patients get here. When the nurses have them sitting in a chair with an IV access, they green dot them. That means they're a go. Once I verify the order in here, it actually prints off in the clean room, and then they know to start working on it. So I'm checking it one time. When I'm putting it through, I'm putting my math in here, and the tech will draw it up, and then the pharmacist that's in there will do the math again, and that's our double check.
The pharmacist out there does the verification, and they process all the labels. They'll spit out on the printer, and then basically I sort them and decide what room they need to go in what order.
This position is not filling any drugs, but is making sure that everything is correct, and designating where the drugs should go.
When you think of the pharmacist out doing the order entry, kind of like the bus driver, kind of controls the flow, this position would kind of be like the traffic cop that directs all the traffic when the lights go out.
The drugs can go into one of two rooms, hazardous or non-hazardous.
We are the hazardous compounding room. So we take care of all the chemotherapy. The labels come through, and then they're kind of triaged between things that are mixed in that room, which is a non-hazardous room, and then things that are mixed in this room, which is a hazardous room. They'll turn it green, like a stoplight, if they're ready for us to mix it. And if we have the patient labels back here, we'll turn it yellow, and then Vanna will take care of it.
So then we know that we can go ahead and mix their medicines. We don't mix anything until the patient's actually a go, because a lot of these drugs are really expensive.
Basically check the product to the label, so to make sure that we are actually using the medication that has been designated for that dose.
Now we move into the non-hazardous, where the same process is done, just with different meds.
And it'll tell us what we have going on for the next day. So we can go ahead and prep the bags with the correct tubing.
It's a nice process, it works well.
From Wildcat Media, this is Jake Foster reporting.
Now, let's take a quick look at a couple things that have recently happened around campus.
Chemistry contains many things, including experiments, sig figs, elements, and even moles. In Mrs. Missler's chemistry class, moles are often celebrated with a special day called Mole Day, a day filled with friends, fun, and education.
Mole Day is the math number 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd, and that's 1 mole is equal to that number. And again, that number can end up with molecules or atoms. So when they're doing math problems, 1 mole is 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd molecules or atoms. And most of the math that we do in chemistry is used with that particular number. And so because chemistry is very difficult, we like to celebrate it.
It's to commemorate Avogadro and the number that he created.
Mrs. Missler has taught me so far that mole day is this guy in science. He's an important guy. He came up with a number, and it's 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd.
I haven't been able to have mole day for the last 3 years because of COVID. So we're breaking loose this year, and we're really doing it right.
This year, Logan Rogersville High School presented the musical The Sound of Music. Students from the theater and choir classes performed iconic roles and songs while bringing a very high-caliber production to the stage of the high school auditorium. Not only were the performances outstanding, but the crew did a fantastic job with lighting, sound, and scene changes.
So I play Captain Von Trapp. I am head of the house. I'm basically the male lead. It's challenging. It's my first time being in that big of a position, lead. But it's come along. It's come a long way.
Oh, I hope they get a heartwarming tale of a family from Germany. I hope they can really feel the love and joy that music can bring to other people and can really feel connected as an audience to the cast as well. I think that's what we're really trying to portray.
Ham or turkey? It's hard-hitting questions like these that leave Mateo and Ferris to ask teachers and students their opinions in a game of Would You Rather.
Okay, we have 4 minutes. Yeah. Okay.
Summer.
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 Oh, summer. Summer.
Oh, summer without a doubt.
Never watch TV.
Never watch TV.
Ooh, I would probably go with never listen to music again.
Never watch TV again. Probably never watch TV. No TV.
TV.
Turkey. Ham.
Turkey. Traditionalist.
Turkey.
Turkey.
Turkey gravy superior turkey. On Thanksgiving, turkey.
Skittles.
Skittles. M&M's.
I'd probably go Skittles.
M&M's. M&M's.
Skittles.
Sure.
Does not belong.
Without.
Only one correct answer, without pineapple.
Better without it.
With ham, jalapenos, and spicy chili sauce, yes.
Skydiving. Bungee jumping.
Skydiving.
Bungee. Skydiving.
Bungee jumping.
I think skydive.
Future.
Into the future.
The past.
Past. I think the past. Past.
Playing.
Well, they don't let me play anymore. I'm kind of old now, so I'm going to go with watching.
Playing sports.
Watching, I guess. Playing.
Football. Football.
Well, I actually love both, but I got to go with baseball. Baseball coach, baseball guy.
Baseball.
Football. Football. Baseball.
I'm gonna go Taylor Swift for fun.
Drake. Neither.
Drake.
Is there an option for nuclear holocaust or no? I have to listen to one or the other. Man, I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm going with Taylor Swift.
Boobs hair.
Neither.
Ooh, I gotta go with Woob's hair because I don't have too much left.
Woob's hair. Schaefer's beard.
Oh my goodness. Carter.
Carter, because I know he loves me. Tackled by Talbot's faster.
Because I know Coach Carter's weaknesses in his knees, I'm gonna go with Coach Carter. I think I could take him if I could stay low.
Oh, Little Sing.
Mr. Jakob Dance.
I feel like I got to see Jakob dance.
Jakob Dance. Oh, Mr. Jakob Dance for sure.
Oh, listen to Little Sing. Listen to Little Sing. I want to see that. I want to hear it. I want to keep it. Okay, that was fantastic.
Soccer season is over, but this year's Wildcat soccer team had a lot to celebrate. Marley brings us this look about our team's outstanding performance this season.
High school soccer games don't usually pull a big crowd,
but Logan Rogersville's team had an outstanding season and tons of support from the community. With a high school record for wins and the #1 seed in the district tournament, the season was filled with accomplishments.
I think the season went pretty well. We obviously had the record for wins in Rogersville, which was a really big accomplishment. I don't think any of us think we went as far as we probably should have in districts, but we had a really, really tough opponent. It was a really close game, and I think that could have gone either way.
For us to come this year and set a new win record and take the program over 500 for the first time and clean sheet record, nobody thought we could do any of that. So that's what makes the season a success to me.
There were a lot of great moments throughout the season, since the practices, since the games. Probably the Willard tournament was one of our best moments. We were like for 2 days going Willard, coming back, all together, having really fun. And then we won the tournament in the bus from Willard to home. It was one of the happiest moments all over my life.
This year's team was unique because there were 10 senior players, all of whom were very devoted to the game. Anyone who watched them interact on and off the field knew that they were something special.
They had a great attitude. They were fun to watch. I thought they improved a lot. For the ones that had played 4 years, it seems like time goes real quick. But I'll hand it to all the players. These guys, they always wanted to play.
Having that many people who've played for 4 years, it brings like a level of leadership to the team. Every single senior this year, I felt like they came in and they worked every single day. So it set the level for everybody else.
I think you saw it on the field. We almost never gave up. It's typically with younger teams when you get down or something minor happens, morale drops. But because we had so many experienced players on the field, we were able to keep that up, and we were never truly out of a game.
With a record that gets better each year, the soccer program at LR keeps growing, and the expectations for the next year are high.
I feel like Coach Wu and Ballard together make a great coaching staff, especially Levi. Levi's also a great coach. Their intensity is great. They're always on us about keeping good intentions with the sport.
We lost a lot of players, but at the same time, we bring a lot of players back. So I had said early in the season that we were young, and then I realized we had 10 seniors. So it's not like we were young, but we had a young team. We are bringing a lot of great players back. So I think we're going to be good.
For Wildcat Media, I'm Marley Swoboda reporting.
During this season of giving, the Logan Rogersville Community and School District decided to give back again. Students and staff from a host of organizations, teams, and hallways got a chance to get in the holiday spirit by shopping and wrapping presents for local families in need. This program, sponsored by Harmony Baptist Church, is serving over 70 families this year. A huge thank you to all who reached out to make this holiday season a little brighter for our community. That's all for the second episode of Wildcat Media. Happy holidays from all of us to all of you.
Happy holidays!
We'll see you next year.